Hey guys, and welcome back to my late life lesbian journey. On my channel, I discuss and share just my journey and process and experiences of going from being married to a man, getting divorced, and coming out as a lesbian. If you've subscribed, thank you so much. And for those of you who haven't, if you're interested in following my journey, please subscribe to keep up. So I haven't really made a sort of like standard channel video lately. My girlfriend and I have been posting a lot of things from our experiences, but in this video, because of some of the experiences my girlfriend and I have had lately, I felt it really important to tell you about some of those and about how just being your pure, authentic self can impact people in ways you may never know. So I want to share with you 3 different experiences that I've had in the past few months that have been so positive and just incredible to have, that may help you feel even more comfortable being your true authentic self. Because in previous videos, I've discussed and shared some of my fears and worries and just things about like my life and being and expressing truly who I am since coming out as being a lesbian. I've talked about fear of talking about that in front of families that I work with. I've talked about, coming to terms with the word lesbian. I've done a video about like PDA, different things like that. And so I really want to share these 3 experiences with you. So you keep watching for all 3 experiences because they're all completely unique and different, but all have kind of come back to me as just to show the difference you can make without having any clue, just by being yourself. So experience 1. It's interesting that the first 2 experiences actually happened at the same place, but they are sort of completely different in how they affected people. But experience 1 is that my girlfriend and I, Michelle and I, we went to brunch at this local place like twice. And the first time we went, we had no idea. We just went. We had, we'd been out. We had brunch. We left. Go about our merry way. Fast forward to a couple months ago, we ran into another late life lesbian couple. I think I talk about it in one of our date night experiences, how we ran into this couple out. And I don't think I ever updated, but we actually got together with them and started talking to them. And in the process of talking to them, they ended up telling us that it was driving them insane, but they felt like they knew us from somewhere. And so one of them ultimately realized that they had also been out to brunch at the same place at the same time Michelle and I were, however many months ago, and they saw us there. And what they ended up telling us was that they saw us just being our authentic selves. They could tell we were a couple because, we were kind of affectionate with each other. When Michelle and I go out, we usually have we hold hands or put an arm around each other or, something like that. So you can tell that we're a couple. And this other couple ended up telling us that by seeing us interact that way, it kind of gave them some reassurance to embrace who they are, because they said, they've always been kind of guarded about expressing publicly that they're a couple. They've been more reserved with PDA or things like that out of fear of, how that might be perceived or taken. And so they said, but seeing us just made them feel more comfortable in that. So I thought that was a really amazing experience, that not only do we run into each other, but we met them again, we've gone out with them, and then to hear that feedback that by us being who we are, sort of expressing our love, had that positive impact on another late life, same-sex lesbian couple. And so experience 1. Experience 2. We went back to the same restaurant for brunch just a few weeks ago. And, we're sitting at the bar, we're eating our breakfast, and, we're done, and we say, hey, we're ready for our check. This, woman's waiting on us. And she comes over and she just goes, hey, don't worry about it. I took care of it. And we were just like, why? Why'd you do that? And she tells us, she goes, actually, I really admire you too. And we're just like, oh, what? Like, really? And she's like, yeah. She goes, you may not know this, but the last time you were in here, So I think this was like our third time in this place. We've been in this place like 3 times. So on our second visit, I guess she waited on us also. So that's what she said. She goes, you may not know this, but the last time you were in here, like I waited on you before. And she goes, I remember seeing you guys just look so happy and just, you know, like I could tell you guys were together and that you were a couple. And she's like, you just seem so good. And what she ended up saying then is she goes, her son actually had just come out as, you know, being gay to her right around the time that she saw us. And she told us that she was really struggling with how to accept that. And what she said was that after waiting on us that time and seeing us together, that sort of just all her reservations and all her worries just like kind of went away, and she went home to her son and told him that she loved him, that she accepted him for who he was, that, you know, all she wanted was for him to be happy, and like that was that. So when we came in again, you know, she was just like, you know, I admire you guys, and, you know, I just want you to know like the impact you had on me. And that was like a really incredible story. And it's amazing that these things have come back to us, because sometimes, you know, we have no idea the experience that we might make, but now we have like these 2 experiences already that have come back to us, and we've gotten to know that just by us being who we are, we've made this difference. So, and then the last experience happened just last week for me. For my job, I work with kids, and I go into their homes, and I work with like their parents and them. And I've shared in another video that I'm often guarded about talking about my personal life or expressing that I'm gay or anything out of fear of what these families might think with me working with their children. But I've gotten a lot better at that recently, and especially since being with Michelle, where I talk about being with my partner, having a girlfriend, or my girlfriend and our kids and different things. So I make it more known that it, you know, that I'm in a relationship with, you know, someone of the same sex. And so I said something about that, like my partner and I, on one of the home visits I was on. And, you know, I'm always still a little guarded, but like I said, I'm getting better and I'm being so much more open. And so I said something, and a few minutes later, the mom stops and she just goes, hey, do you by any chance have any references or not reference, resources for kids, like LGBTQ plus kids or, you know, teens? And I was just like, no, not really. I was like, I can ask around and see. And she shares that her daughter has expressed that she would prefer to use him, they pronouns, and that her son has shared that he feels that he's bi. And so that sort of hit me in a whole other way. You know, I've been so guarded to truly express who I am on these visits out of fear of like them judging or thinking of me a different way. But I never even thought that by being who I am, it could have sort of the opposite effect and help these parents who may have other children who are going through this, you know, have somebody to talk to about it, you know, like to have somebody right there in their home that they could potentially ask those questions to or discuss things with. Because of the job that I have, you know, we talk about pretty personal things, and like I'm a part of these people's lives and in their homes. And so sometimes our conversations can get, you know, fairly personal. And so it went there like with this mom, and I left thinking how cool it was that I was able to have that conversation with her about her older children because of expressing who I am, and that she felt comfortable to talk to me about that. You know, I don't know. I don't know if she's talked to other people or, you know, has other, you know, friends or people that could potentially, you know, help or share resources or anything. But, so yeah, like 3 just really cool, amazing experiences where being who you are, being who I am, has positively influenced other people. So I wanted to share this with you because I know that being a part of like the gay and lesbian community and all of that, like it can be scary because you're worried about like fear and judgment and what others might think. But really, when we are our own authentic selves, we can make a difference in a way that sometimes we have no idea. So then I even start thinking too, like how many other people have I positively impacted without ever even knowing? So I hope that this video gives you some encouragement to be who you are, to own it, to just be true to yourself, because it really can make a positive difference. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram at ecbettis. You can always reach out to me on there. Happy to answer any questions or connect with you. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Have you had any experiences like this? Because these are truly such amazing things to experience. And I hope you have. And if you haven't, I hope that one day you do and just get to realize how amazing it is to be your authentic self. So anyways, thanks again for watching. See you guys in my next video.